This Sunday, I listened to a woman speak. And honestly, I loved everything she said from beginning to the end. Except when she tried to come for the Grand Rising people. And honestly, I'm not that person. I don't even use the term. But I'm okay with the people who do. I don't care. Because guess what? Grand Rising isn't a religion. Grand Rising is people who are intentionally speaking confirmation. They use their words differently because they know that words are powerful. So they chose Grand Rising to be a better saying than good morning. Which, why wouldn't you be okay with that? Another thing when it comes to church people, when they try to separate spirituality and, I guess, religion, which we have yet, in my word. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not an expert. I'm just somebody who building a relationship, a even better relationship with the Most High. You feel me? So, when it comes to spirituality, which I am spiritual, I am, but that has everything to do with God as well. Religion separates. Because if it's only one God, the Most High, why we got all this Christian, Muslim, everything else you could think of where it separates people, when really that book is more spiritual than anything. These are the same people that sometimes they can't even accept the fact that they'll say it. The book of Revelations is playing out right now. But they will not admit that Trump is a part of it. Huh? Huh? So yeah, I guess my whole point of this is to say that sometimes some things don't have to go spoken. But none of us are perfect. She pointed that out, and I like that she did. I like that she did. Because that's very important. We're not. That's why you shouldn't. I'm just saying. This is part 1. Part 2 gonna be on YouTube because I would like to speak on like why and how I even got in this space of actually going on my journey, getting closer to God. You don't know why people choose to get closer to God, so stop assuming it. Because guess what? God may put them in a place where they need to learn more about God, because maybe you're going to be the next teacher, the next speaker, if that's what your journey is leading you to. And maybe you need some more teaching yourself, which is what I think is leading me to the church. So I'd rather find someone who I'm comfortable in what they're teaching and I resonate with it. You know what I mean? It makes sense to me. I like the way it makes me feel. Because then we can talk about tithes and offering when really in the Bible, that at the time it had nothing to do with money. Money didn't exist. It was the exchange of energy or what you can bring. Maybe it's rice. Maybe you grow rice and I grow broccoli. And your tithes and your offering is something that I need. But now, since man has put currency in the game, cash flow, that also is okay to give. Because if I'm in your church and what you teach me makes me better, then yes, you are worthy of the 10%. You got a life too. You got a place where people can come and get what God has to give. Not you as an individual. Your actual gift is teaching. So yes, the congregation should pay you for it. And not even just you. Yes, they should pay for the church. All of this, I'm with it. I am. Because it makes sense to me. It's my perspective. The same way I feel that it's not everybody's job to come. Like, that's why people dress how they want it in church. And I always said this, even when it comes to whores, and it's people that can tell you I say this, even they have a purpose. Because it could be to show you that your husband ain't shit. Because a whore was able to encounter your staple. You feel me? And sometimes the wife don't know until the whore came around and did what she did. And now you know what type of man you dealing with. Maybe he ain't as saved as you thought he was. And maybe God sent that hoe to show you. Because maybe he didn't want it to be that harsh for you to learn the lesson. But he might have tried to show you in other ways and you just didn't get it. You kept blaming God for the reason why you stayed. No, God don't send confusion, right? God don't send pain, right? Yes, God is a forgiving God, but this the same God that kicked the devil from under his table. So God got a lot of gangster in him too. And he wasn't finna deal with no snakes. So I don't think he want that for the people either. So yeah, maybe he sent the whore to wake your little forgiving self that you like to blame it on God. That's why when some of y'all say, God, take the wheel, because a lot of y'all don't praise the Lord until you in a bad spot. And that's why when a lot of y'all say, Lord, take the wheel, a week later, maybe it's in front of a pole. Then you say the devil. No. You thought you could play in the face of God. You can't. So yeah, I'm just saying. Sometimes it's okay to just speak on what you think you know. Or what you know. Because just don't come for people. Because you might not be ready for their response to some stuff.